Hello everyone, and welcome back to Shelby's Creations. Today I will be showing you how to make this wire dragonfly. This is a wire artwork, and it is a dragonfly with legs and wings, made completely out of wire. So for this project you are going to need wire cutters, flat nose pliers, and another thing that may help is regular pliers. Okay, let us get started. So you are going to need about 3 or 4 inches of wire, and we're going to cut it. And now I'm going to want another wire the exact same length. So, with these 2 pieces of wire, I'm going to fold them in half. Like so. And then I'm going to twist them. This I just find helps hold it together a bit easier for me as I'm working. You don't want it totally wrapped around, like you don't want these ends wrapped. So it should look something like this. Okay, so you're going to need more wire. This wire, I keep it on the spool as I work, because I'm not quite sure of how much it is exactly. It depends on the size of dragonfly you're doing. I'm doing a small dragonfly. So I'm going to hold the wire with my good hand, and I keep a little bit outside. And I'm very carefully going to wrap my wire around the body of my dragonfly. Make sure it's all together. And I'm just going to continue wrapping it around. Round and round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Now I know there's people that want to see me make the hedgehog out of elastic bands. I'm sorry, I just haven't gotten there yet. I will be getting there hopefully soon. Just things have been going on as life does, and I just haven't found that kind of time to do that yet. So it takes me a full hour to make one of those hedgehogs. So yeah, that's what's been going on. I've been cooking and baking for my family, as I'm sure some of you may have already seen some of the cooking videos that I did for YouTube. The cheese biscuits and the snow-capped cauliflower. So with this end, I'm just going to carefully wrap this end around, going down. And this is where I usually like to use my flat nose pliers, flathead pliers, to just get it all wrapped around there nicely. Okay, I'm just going to wrap it around just a little bit more, like so. So now we are going to make the wings. So the wings I want to make about the length of the body. You can make them longer or shorter. It's up to you. About there. And same thing on the other side. Around about. Now I'm going to wrap this wire going down, wrap around, back up. Same thing again, over, down, back up, and I'm going to come back down, and I'm going to switch it over to the left side. Come up to my right, down to my left, and up to my right again. That's how I make sure the wings are secure. As you can probably see, my wings aren't exact, so I can pull them a little bit to make them exact, like so. And just move them up to make sure, and they are. Okay, let's do the top wings. So again with our wire, the twisted up wire, that same thing. One wing, doing the other wing. Okay, and again, coming down to the right, back up to the left, down to the right, up to the left. Down one more time, over to the bottom right, up to the, or bottom left, up to the top right, down to the bottom left, up to the top right. That is how I make the wings. And sorry, my wire has a little kink. Just gotta fix that. There we go. And again, my wings need adjusting. You can always do that once you're done the whole thing. So now we're going to continue wrapping our wire around. Sometimes I like to just move my dragonfly instead of my right hand going around, because my right hand doesn't have all the best control, but it does pretty well. Just try to make sure you push them down as you go. Wrapping it around and around and around. Round and around and around we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. About just a little bit more, about 3 more half wraps. Now work my way back down and back up, back down and back up, so it makes the head area. Like so. So now I'm just going to cut my wire. There. I'm going to get my flat nose pliers just to make sure that this end stays down tucked under and doesn't get anyone. Like so. Okay, so right now I'll leave it as it is, because right now we gotta make the feet. So, or the legs and the feet. I get about the same amount that we did from the beginning. It's about 3 to 4 inches. And I'm gonna cut it. And we're gonna want 2 more this length, so 3 altogether. And the length I'm giving is about the length to make a small little dragonfly, but you can make it bigger as well. You can make a big dragonfly too. Okay, so now that I got my 3 wires cut, I am going to grab one of them. I want to carefully fold it in half, but not all the way. You just want to know where the half mark is. I'm going to do that with the other 2. So we have, these are going to be our legs. So I'm going to grab one of my legs pieces, and on that loop going to put that loop over my dragonfly, and I'm going to grab both ends and make sure it is nice and tight around the dragonfly near the wings. So it's going underneath the wings, and then I'm going to fold it up and over, and I'm going to wrap it around one. So this one's on my right, going to the left, underneath, back over to the left. Okay, so I'll show you again. Grabbing our leg piece, put on the bottom part of our dragonfly, and we're going to grab the opposite sides to make sure that it's crimped, holds in place. So now the right side is going to go over to the left, underneath the dragonfly, and back over. One on the left, one over the right, around the neck. One more time. One more piece to go. So like knotting. Make sure we grab there. Okay. Right one's coming over onto the left. Underneath, back, over. Left hand side wires coming over to the right, around the neck, and back, over, like so. So now we can trim the legs. As you see, they're all different lengths. So I'm just going to cut them down a little bit. And now you can make your legs. Now we're going to work on the eyes and the antenna. So with these 4 pieces of wire, I want to make sure I know which is which by separating them. So my longest ones, I'm going to make the eyes. My shorter ones, I'm going to make the antenna with. So the shorter ones I'm going to tuck under to show you how to make the eyes. So we're going to want the eyes the same length. Now I'm going to grab my needle nose pliers, grabbing one of the pieces of wire, wrapping it around the pliers. So it should look like this. Now I go in with my fingers, and I'm very slowly and carefully going to loop it around and around and around. And then I'm just going to tuck this into my head. So there's one eye. And now for the other side, I like to flip my piece over as I work on the other eye. Again, just getting that first loop. And very carefully, I want to loop it around and tuck it in. So I have 2 eyes and these 2 pieces. We're going to make the antenna. So again, needle nose pliers, and we're going to wrap just the top down this time on both sides. And fix up our antenna. And now it's time to fix up the wings. So separate the wings. And now I'm gonna add a little peak here and flatten this out and pop here so it looks like dragonfly wings. And I'm gonna do that same thing on the other side, like so. And there you go, you have made yourself a dragonfly. Now I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye!